National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons on Saturday said it was unaware of the alleged sexual assault at a festival in Ozoro, Delta State, because it has no operational office in the state. The agency stressed that combating human trafficking and gender-based violence requires the active participation of all sectors of society. A Facebook user identified as Chuku Enye Inweke had asked why the agency was not aware of the age-long culture. Responding to the question from the Facebook user, Snaptip said, "As you know, we cannot be everywhere at all times. Currently, we do not have a command yet in Delta State. Fighting this menace needs an approach from all society. If you see something, say something. Going forward, we implore you to use your page and try to spread information on the ills and dangers of human trafficking and sexual and gender-based violence." The agency had earlier strongly condemned the alleged assault, describing the act as violations of human rights and dignity and a form of gender-based violence. We have this saying that being ignorant of the law is not an excuse. Snaptip being ignorant on a festival, such a huge festival in Delta State, is it an excuse? Is it something that they should even come out proudly and say they were not aware because we do not have an office in that state? A critical agency like Snaptip should have offices all over. So, Mr. Deima, what do you think about this reason for their not being aware of the situation in Delta State?
I am not privy to their awareness level that they have. They are in the best position to say if they are aware or not. But what I would say is that we should be having more agencies like Snaptip. We should be funding more agencies that will be enlightening our people, because sexual-based violence is a threat to any society in the world. Individually, as a person, I believe that sex should be by consent and should not be forced. Both the two persons involved should consent to it. It shouldn't be forced on anyone, right, to become violent. It should not be weaponized as a violence. Now, we are talking about the issue in Delta State. I have read reports that some young ladies were raped. I don't know how true it was or it is, because I wasn't there. But having said that, it is very sad and disheartening and very, very dehumanizing for us to talk about cases like this when we have too many security issues to address. Other societies of the world, they're having literary festival, science festival, innovative festival. We are talking about the festival where young girls were sexually abused or violated as being spread. I don't know how true that is, but let's say it is true.
It's actually, let me just cut in here. It's actually true. I have seen first-hand reports and also videos where apparently the way the festival is, women are not meant to come out during that time. So if they see you as a woman outside, they assault you, sexually assault you. So I've seen a couple of clips where they'll see, like, you see hundreds, tens of, like, men rushing onto one lady, just to sexually molest her. I mean, it's disheartening, like you mentioned. So, and this is not the first time. It's something that goes on there a lot of times, like every year, because it's a festival. So they have a time, and just like the way they'll say the masquerade festival, masquerade is not supposed to see you, they'll start whipping you. But in this instance, it's more of a gender-based something.
It's quite unfortunate. Our young people, I saw video clips, and a lot of the people there are young guys. Like, they need to free their mind from mental slavery. It is very pathetic and dehumanizing that in this modern age and time, young guys who should be thinking about meaningful things in their lives will be involved in such practices where you are going to molest and sexually violate or abuse a young lady. So it means there's a system failure. There's a failure from their family. There's a failure. They don't have the value system. They don't have any social intelligence. So I think there is a need for the Delta State government, the federal government, the Ministry of Women Affairs, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Snaptip, agencies of government, the local government, traditional rulers. We have institutions in this country, for goodness sake. What are they doing? Are they just talking politics and elections? We have young people that are involved in such practices, because when you have impunity in a system, disorderliness becomes energized. Abnormality becomes normalized in a system where abnormality is not corrected. When you correct abnormality in a system, it deters others who want to participate in such abnormality. In a system where the abnormal becomes normalized and the normal becomes an abnormal. It's a system that requires a turnaround, a transformation. There is a formation. There is transformation. A formation starts from the mind, because when a young man, what gives him the energy to want to assault? Okay, this is a festival, for example, and you say, okay, the young lady shouldn't come out. What kind of practices is that? What is the young lady coming out, or maybe they are doing something that has to do with their cultural belief? Of course, they have their rights to their cultural beliefs, to their traditional practices. We have freedom of worship that is enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, it does not give you the right, and it does not give you the audacity, it does not give you the mandate, it does not give you the composure to abuse others. We live in a society where you should practice your own cultural beliefs and also respect others. So beyond the incidents that happened in Delta State, that is just a microcosm of the central issue affecting our society that we need to address.
Okay, speaking of which, international media have carried this news. We've seen international condemnation against this particular news as well, right? But however, it's like rightfully pointed out, it's sad that an important agency as Snaptip would come out to claim and say that we cannot be everywhere. They are meant to, even if it's one state, one office set up at every state, is it not needed? I mean, we've seen the number of people that get trafficked every year. Is an agency such as Snaptip not crucial? Are we not meant to have them in every state to combat this menace in society?
Snaptip as an agency, right, should be in every state and in every local government in Nigeria. They should have offices in all the 774 local government and development centers in Nigeria. They should be in all the state capitals. This is an agency that should be funded, equipped, empowered, because they are essential. Sex is a lifetime. It's something that is essential. Sexual abuse is not only for ladies. Boys are sexually abused. They are violated as well. Girls are also sexually abused. They are violated as well. In the case of boys, it's not so easy for them to talk about their own sexual abuse because of the societal stereotypes and condemnation, prejudice and discrimination and all the forms of disgrace that they might want to face, or they might face when they come out to say that. But Snaptip should do more. We need to go to the rural areas, to the secondary school, to our young teenagers. We should have more camp meetings, summer meetings where we have this roundtable discussions with young people and educate and orientate them.